Welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob the Gate, and it's now my pleasure to introduce Father Jim Morrison. Thank you very Jim Morrison, who is known to many in this area, and we're glad to have you here. Who's now been named the new priest at St. Matthew's. Great to have you.
It's good to be back, and it's good to be back home.
Oh, it certainly is. You were going, past 5 years, but you're back. What's going to happen here forward now that you're at St. Matthew's?
I'm excited to be back. It's coming back in to be rector of the church. So the rector's the pastor of the church that oversees the spiritual life of the parish, and also the school. We're very proud of the ministry of our school. Mm-hmm. It's a solid school that continues to be a home for so many children, 130 right now.
And it's certainly, a beautiful place. It's been rebuilt after the fire. But what is it about this community that you love so much?
I just love these people. When I first felt called to be a priest, I always felt called to be a priest here in this area, and especially Terrebonne Parish. And so I was ordained in 1987. And I worked down in Chauvin at St. Joseph, and then at St. Bernadette's for a year, Annunciata for 11 years here, and then in Thibodaux for 5. And so it's, I've missed the Houma Terrebonne community. And it's been great being in New Orleans. I worked at Trinity Church and St. Andrew's Church. But I just felt called to be home, closer to family, closer to this community.
All right. I got to ask, what food do you prefer? The ones they cook in New Orleans, a little bit more Creole style, or?
I'm not picky. If you could eat seminary food in the seminary, then after that, everything's wonderful. But it's good to be back. The people of St. Matthew's love to cook, and I'm really worried about gaining a lot of weight and coming back home. They continue to bring me food to the door, and I'm a little bit worried. But it's been a wonderful challenge to be able to enjoy it and connect with everybody.
And since you were away the last 5 years, have you met some new people that you didn't know before? Or?
Oh, it's wonderful. And that's, a lot of times, even in our small community, there tends to be a lot of barriers or fences. And St. Matthew's was a place that I attended for kindergarten when I was a child. Miss Odom had a program there. And but I'd never really interacted with the church community. And even as I ministered here, a lot of times you don't really connect with the other ministers of the other communities. So I'm just delighted to be able to come and to be able to meet all the people at St. Matthew's and just be able to journey with them. And it's exciting. And I continue to run into people I knew all my life. I look a lot older, and everyone else in town is aged. And so sometimes it's really funny because it takes a little while for me to connect. But it's just been delightful. People have been so warm and welcoming, and I truly feel at home.
Well, I certainly, from talking with people in the community, they were just ecstatic when they heard the news. I know I've heard that from several different people. So they're certainly glad to have you back, as I'm sure you are. Happy to be back as well.
I am. I'm eager to get started and to re-engage. It's just really exciting to come in at Mardi Gras time. And as you always see everyone in the streets and see everyone around, and it's a wonderful time just to be able to come and celebrate. So my first Sunday is going to be this Sunday. We have a Eucharist at 10 a.m., and then the parish has a big old feast that's prepared.
Oh, Lord.
And so looking forward to that. And then afterwards to enjoy the Hyacinthines Parade. I don't think I've been this excited since I lived on High Street and heard the sirens back when I was 10 years old. So, but it's exciting, and it'll be wonderful to re-engage.
Well, I'm sure they'll have a big turnout as well for that.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you've been practicing your good homily.
I'm trying. I'm a little bit nervous, coming back. But it's wonderful. And, preaching, it always gives you a little bit, I always have to struggle with it, to try to pray and to ask the Lord and sit with the scriptures to see what's the message. But, the Spirit always provides. And I'm counting on the Holy Spirit this Sunday. So,
well, I'm sure they'll be there in full force, the Holy Spirit and the congregation as well to join you in that wonderful, your first event back. And do you see yourself, being here for the long haul, hopefully?
I do. I'm 61 now, 61 and a half, and looking forward to journeying with this community. And it feels really right. And I'm eager to get involved with the civic community and to engage the greater community. It's just wonderful. And I've really learned to celebrate the diversity of the churches, the different perspectives. And I'm looking forward to trying to break down some of those barriers and be able to connect with folks of faith, folks that are looking for faith and longing, and to be able to just really celebrate God's presence and God's love.
Sure, it can certainly be confusing for those people that just weren't raised in, grew up with it, all the different, denominations. Everything can get quite confusing if you haven't been around it and if you're looking for that.
Yeah, and there's always so much more that unites us. People of all faiths and all denominations. A lot of times we focus on the divisions,
Sure.
And that's a small percentage. The greater positive love of God, it just bridges across all religions and all denominations.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Father Jim. Great to have you back.
Well, it's wonderful to be home. Thank you for the welcome.
All right. Stay tuned for more right here on HTV.